Hi everyone, so welcome to our next video. In last video we discussed about BC PNP. In this video we're going to discuss about Alberta PNP. Basically the procedure is same, that you apply for express and non-express entry for in different streams, and then once you get nominated you apply for your final profile. But Alberta PNP is not a point-based system, while BC PNP is a point-based system, like I showed you in the previous video of how you can create your profile. I'll probably make another video regarding that, but in this video we're going to discuss about the different pathways you can choose and what are the requirements for those pathways. So let's just get started with Alberta opportunity stream, which is a non-express pathway. So in this pathway what you need is you need to have a valid job offer letter from an employer in Alberta, and then you have to be living in Alberta to apply for the stream. Either if you are in open work permit or on LMIA, it doesn't matter, you can apply the same for the same stream. So it doesn't matter if you're in open work permit or LMIA. What are the English proficiency requirements? So you need overall at least 5 band, or if you are giving self up you need a score of 5 overall if you're applying under tier code 0, 1, 2 and 3. So tier codes, assuming that you know about that, 1 2 0 0 1 2 3 are the knock codes for your jobs, so I'm not going to go into the details of that. And if you're applying under category 4 and 5, tier category to 4 and 5, then you'll need 4 bands at least. And for a work, what they count is if you're working 40 hours, not 40, 30 hours, yeah, 30 hours in a week, then it's counted as full-time. So if you're working with one employer, you have to have an offer letter where it shows that you're working more than 30 hours. But you can complete your work requirements if you're working at 2 places. Let's say you're working at 2 places, 16 hours each, and they work in the same no code, then it doesn't matter because you're working more than 30 hours in a week, so that will be still counted as a full-time. So that's the 2 ways you can complete your work hours. Then for if you're working in healthcare, especially if you're working in as a practitioner nurse or something like that, then you'll need to for English proficiency you'll need 7 at least. So if you're giving self up you need a score of 7. If you're giving IELTS you need to have 7 bands. So just keep that in mind. If you are not working in healthcare, then it's the same for you, but if you're working in healthcare, that's a different thing for you. So let's get into the details of what are the work requirements like. So if you're working from last 12 months within Canada, then you can apply under this category, or you have to have a work experience of 24 months. So that experience has to be the same no code as you're working right now. Let's say I worked as a truck driver in India for 2 years, and then I came here. I'm driving a truck, so that Indian experience I can add it to my experience when I'm doing it in Canada. I can say that, oh, I already have 2 years of experience, so I'll get bonus points for that. But if I was a truck driver in India and I'm a pizza maker here or I'm a cook here, then I won't be able to use that experience because I'm applying my permanent residency for a different no code. So you have to keep that in mind, that if you have experience in another country and then you wanna use that experience, then you have to find a job in your no code. So, and what are the education? So for education is if you completed education, if you're on open work permit, then obviously you completed your studies here in Canada, then you don't need anything else. But if you did not, then let's say you just completed high school, then you will need to show your ECA, like education credential analysis, which shows that how much studies you have in India as compared to the studies they do it in Canada. So you will need that for sure. So that's the requirements if you're applying under opportunity stream, which is a non-express stream, and the processing time is about 3 to 4 months. But again, it all depends on your category, or yeah, what no code you are under. Because if you are under no code which is under tech or healthcare, then you will be give preference compared to other no codes. So just keep that in mind. The next one is rural renewal stream, which is also a non-express. For this one, um, the things are almost the same, but there are a few things that need to be kept in mind when you're applying under this stream. The first one is your city or community. So what this stream is for is to give a boost to smaller cities and municipalities. So if you are working outside of Calgary and Edmonton, and let's say I'm working in Grand Prairie, which is a smaller city compared to Edmonton, so I will be eligible to apply under this stream because the population of that city where I want to apply for PR, that has to be less than 100,000. So if your population is less than that in the city you are living in, then you will be able to apply under this stream. Then what are the eligibilities? So for eligibility is that you have to have an offer letter and you have to live in that community, because if you are not living in that community then you won't be eligible for this stream. So just keep that in mind. Next one is you need an endorsement letter. So what is that endorsement letter? So you go to your economic development organization office. That's usually say city office. You go there and you tell them. It's easier if you get an immigration consultant for it, because it's a bit complicated process. It's not that complicated, but if you are not aware with the things or how things are in Canada, then it's better to get an immigration consultant, because there's quite a few things you need to do. So once you go to economic development organization or officer, they will evaluate your job offer letter and everything, and then they'll give you a letter, like an endorsement letter, that they will list your address, your company address, your name and your company name, and what job you are doing and how it's going to help the city. So that's basically is the purpose of this stream, is to get more business and more money in the smaller cities. So that's how you need to do it. It's a bit more complicated process than that, so but I am just telling you about the basic requirements. The next is that you have to have at least 12 months of experience. It can be a combined experience of in Canada and in other country, so that's like a bit flexible for you. The next one is, if you're on PGDWP, you don't need anything else. You don't need to do any evaluation or anything. But if you are again on not on work permit, open work permit like postgraduate work permit, then you'll need to do your evaluations. Again, the same English proficiency, you need 5 if you're applying under 0, 1, 2, 3. But if you're applying 4 and 5, then you need 4 of 4 score of or band, whichever you prefer. Then the other thing is that you'll need to show them a settlement plan when you're applying. So you can go to an immigration consultant and they can create a settlement plan for you. What it basically means is that when you are living in the city, you have a plan to merge with the people who are already there. So like make those changes easier for you. So and for that you will need to show them funds. You don't need to show them funds if you're working a full-time job, but I think it's better if you show them funds because that helps your file. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. And yeah, that's pretty much it you need for rural renewal stream. The processing time is the same. And yeah, let's get into the third express entry stream. So the thing with this is, if it only applies if you are same thing as BCPNP, you already have a profile with IRCC. So if you are eligible for Canadian Experience Class, Federal Skilled Trades Program, or Federal Skilled Worker Program. So if you are eligible for any of these categories in the IRCC permanent residency pathway, then only you are eligible to apply under Alberta Express Entry. Otherwise, you are not eligible. So just keep that in mind. The next another huge requirement is your CRS score should be at least 300. If you are less than that, they are not gonna give you the approval. So just keep that in mind. There are a few things that uh, increase your chances to get a approval. The first one is if you have studied in Alberta and you have a job offer letter, that increases your chances. Then there are some dedicated pathways like a tech pathway and a healthcare pathway, where there are different knock codes which are given preference over the others, because those jobs are in demand in Alberta right now. So if you belong to any of those categories, then you are in luck because your file will be processed within a month. So don't wait and just apply for your pathway, permanent residency pathway. Then there are some other things that you need to keep in mind is that you need to have at least I think 7 band, because for if you are applying under IRCC, then you need a band of 7 at least, otherwise your file won't be processed. So just keep that in mind. It's a requirement for IRCC one. For Alberta Express Entry there is no such requirement, because they think that if you applied already for federal stream, then you don't need to apply it again for Alberta one. So they assume that you already have that score. So then there's other things that help your case is that if you have a relative not as a uncle's son or uncle's brother, but if you have your own sibling, your parents, your kids, or your grandkids, then it helps you, because you'll get uh, it's a different stream within this express entry where you can get your file approved easier. Because what happens is in Alberta they already have that they're going to choose 10,000 people in this year for Alberta PNP pathway. So if let's say they got 15,000 files, so they can't approve everyone. So that's when this stream becomes helpful, that you have someone known to you, and then you can use their address and name and details to get help in your file. So that's how it goes. And then there are other pathways like dedicated healthcare pathway, where all, let's say if there's 10,000 approvals for Alberta PNP pathway, then 30% of them would be 3,000. So those many people would be approved from healthcare. So if you are in healthcare profession, then you are in luck that you'll get your file approved very fast and much easier. Which other sectors are in demand? Accelerated tech pathway, there is one. There is agriculture. If you're working in that department, you're a construction worker, you're working in tourism industry, and you're working in hospitality. So if you're working in any of these sectors, then your file will be processed much faster, and then make your life easier when getting your approval. So these are the three streams. Now it depends on you on which stream you want to apply in. uh, so one thing is that you can apply yourself if you're applying under the express entry, or if you're applying under the opportunity stream, because you don't need a lot of documentation for that. But if you're applying under the rural renewal stream, I would get an immigration consultant that could help you out. There would be many consultants. Just search and talk to one. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to like and share. If you subscribe, that would be awesome, because what happens is if you like and subscribe more, that gives me the opportunity to reach more audience. So thank you so much for this watching this video. See you in the next one. Thanks.